This is Zhiyun Crane M2, perfect gimbal for phones, action cameras, point and shoot, compact cameras, and also smaller mirrorless cameras like Sony Alpha 6500, etc. So let's start. Hey guys, it's Nemanja and welcome to another really fun review video of this cool gadget. But before we start, let me introduce you my special guest for today. Let's make some room for this guy. Welcome to my episode. This is Krak. You already know him from several of my previous videos. And before we start, let me first show you what's in the box. Where's the box? In this special black box, not like from airplane, we have several things. Inside this box we have a manual, we don't need it. Also we have a wristband, a leather wristband if you want to put it on a gimbal. Also we have small tripod. This is really nice addition to put your gimbal on it. And we have USB cable for charging. Also we have this phone holder. I will show you this later. So this is for your phones. And also a mounting plate and a screw to screw your camera on this mounting plate. And also the gimbal itself, as you can see it here. So hold this, we will need it for later. And now let's continue by talking about the build quality. This gimbal is made out of the metal and plastic. It's really nice and premium look and feel. So hold it, try it. Is it good? Yeah. It's really nice and comfortable to hold it. The handle is really nice. The grip is really nice. I love the build quality. And also another bonus is that, as you can see, the axes are locked. So it won't wobble in your bag or wherever if you're carrying like this. That's really cool. So to unlock the axis, you have this switch right here. You just need to unlock it. So you'll have this axis unlocked. And then this red screw, you need to unscrew it a little bit. And this is it. Your gimbal is ready to be used with phones, like mobile phones. You can use any mobile phone that you have, or action cameras like a GoPro or Osmo Mobile Action, basically any action, this is not action camera, any action camera that you have. I have a GoPro here, and also if you're using action cameras, you need to have a tripod mount for it to be able to mount the action camera on the gimbal. Also some compact cameras like this one and some smaller mirrorless cameras like Sony Alpha 6500. And today I will be using Sony Alpha 6500 because it's the biggest among all of these cameras that I show you, and I want to see how this heaviest and biggest camera will behave and how the gimbal will stabilize the footage from this one. To mount your camera on the gimbal, first you need to have a friend, so please hold the gimbal. Then in case you don't have a friend, you have a tripod. This is another best friend for you. You just need to screw the tripod on the gimbal, and also then you can put it on any flat surface like this, and then you can mount the camera. So for mounting the camera, you have the mounting plate and the screw, and in case you're using like bigger cameras, then you want to mount your camera on this longer side right here, and then you just need to screw it and put this on the gimbal and then balance it. Of course, you need to unscrew this screw and like this, and that's it, and you just need to balance the gimbal. Now that you balance your camera on the gimbal, you just need to turn the gimbal on. It's easy like this. It's easy like this. All you need to do is to press this button on the right side for a few seconds, and you will see the logo here and the gimbal will turn on. That's it. There are several buttons on this gimbal. So for example, at the front side we have a trigger button, and it has multiple functions. So if your camera is a little bit offset like this, if you double tap it, the camera will go to default position. Also, if you press and hold this button, the gimbal will go straight to a follow mode, which is really cool. On the left side you have a zoom in and out button, and that's for zooming your mobile phones or the cameras that are supporting connection via Wi-Fi with the gimbal. So then we have USB-C port. It's meant for charging the gimbal, and the battery on this thing will last up to 7 hours, and to fully charge the gimbal it takes around 2 hours. Also, you can charge this gimbal using a power bank, which is really cool, and also you can use this to charge your mobile phone when it's fully charged, obviously. On the front side here we have a joystick, we have a mode button. With this you can switch to different modes and also record, start and stop recording when you connect your camera via Wi-Fi with the gimbal. And on the right side we have turn on and off button and the menu button too. Also, there are several different modes on this gimbal. If you're familiar with other Zhiyun gimbals, so everything is basically the same. In case you're not, there is a pan follow mode, so you can move it left and right, but all other axes will be locked. That's really cool. If you want to go to a follow mode, you just need to press once the trigger and then you will be in a follow mode. And if you press it one more time, you will be back to just a pan follow mode. Also, if you hold the trigger, you will be in that follow mode too. Double press the trigger, the camera will go to default position. Using those two modes, you can really easily make some awesome shots, stable shots using this gimbal and any camera that I mentioned before. I made all those videos using the Sony Alpha 6500 because I wanted to test it how this camera behaves with this gimbal, and I can say that I'm pretty impressed that this small gimbal, so lightweight, it has only 500 grams, can do such a great job. Then another mode is lock mode, so all the axes will be locked, as you can see. No matter how you move the gimbal, the camera will not move. Also, then another mode is point of view mode. That's a cool mode if you want to do some interesting creative shots. So if you move it left and right, it will follow your movements also like this and up and down. So all the movements of the gimbal, the camera will follow. And then another mode is go mode. If you double tap on the mode button, your gimbal will go into go mode. That's action mode, so it will follow all the movements really fast. If you want to record some action or some dancing or whatever, some really fast movements, this is the mode for you. And also, if you double tap again, you will go to vortex mode or inception mode, and in this mode you can do this really cool inception shots. And also you can adjust the speed by pressing the joystick slowly or more hard. You can go more fast. So that's basically it. And also there is another mode. Let's go back to this default mode. If you triple press the front button, this trigger, you will go to a selfie mode, and then you can vlog with this gimbal. It's really easy to vlog with this because it's lightweight, and if you put a phone or GoPro or some smaller lightweight cameras, it will stabilize the footage perfectly, and also you don't have a problem to vlog with this. Your hand will not hurt like bigger gimbals, etc. If you triple tap again, you will go back to default position. As I already mentioned, on the right side we have a menu button. If you press that, we are going straight to the menu, and we can navigate this menu using a joystick really easily. And here we can change the strength of the motors from low, medium to high, etc. We can go to Wi-Fi history, and also joystick, we can reverse the joystick movement. So that's basically it here. Also, there are two mounting points on this gimbal. One is on the left side of the gimbal, so here you can mount your external microphone or any other accessory, and another is at the bottom of the gimbal where you can mount your tripod, or you can mount this gimbal on tripod, monopod, or whatever you want and have fun using it like that. There is also an app with this gimbal, and the app has two modes. You can connect your mobile phone with the app, or you can control the gimbal using the app, which is another awesome thing. And also in the app there are a lot of options where you can set your gimbal how you prefer it. You can set the dead zone, the speed of the motors, of the axis, you can set the strength of the motors, etc. So check it out. Go to the Google Play Store or the iOS App Store and just download the ZY Play app. Connect it with the gimbal using a Bluetooth and enjoy all the benefits. You can use it for make some panorama shots, some time lapses, etc. Just go check it out and enjoy all of that. Also, there is a memory lock added to this axis, and it's meant to memorize the position where this axis is balanced with the camera. So next time when you unpack your gimbal, you can really easily just lock this axis in place without rebalancing it again. And when you're done with the shooting, you can just lock the axis on the gimbal like this and carry the gimbal with the camera without worrying about wobbling or the camera will fall, etc. This is really nice, safe way to carry the gimbal. And now maybe you're wondering about the price. Well, the price is $269 US, which is pretty good for what you get. You have 3-in-1 with this device. You have a gimbal for mobile phone, for action cameras, and for compact cameras like Sony or Canon cameras, etc. And also it can handle perfectly smaller mirrorless cameras like this Sony Alpha 6500, which I'm really impressed with. And I tried my Fuji X-T3 camera, which is a bit bigger, as you can see, and heavier. It can handle it, but not so good. So this is more than the maximum payload of this gimbal, and the maximum payload is 720 grams. So this, if you're doing some smaller movements and slower movements, it can handle this, but otherwise I'm not pretty happy with that. But it's not meant to handle those kind of cameras. Also, guys, this is a small gimbal, which you can even put it in your pocket, any bag that you want. So for the price and for what you get with this, I'm pretty impressed with this really small gimbal. There is one negative that I found out while using the gimbal and changing the cameras, and that's this screw right here, because this screw is not only for connecting the camera with the mounting plate, but it's also, you need to unscrew it to balance the camera with one of the axes, and if you unscrew it too much, you can lose your camera, it can fall from the mounting plate. Just be careful about that. That's a little thing that I didn't like how they implement here, but otherwise I really love it. Really easy to use, really fun to use, a lot of great options, and also really easy to carry. The battery will last a lot, 7 hours, so, and also to fully charge only 2 hours. Right, guys, so that's basically it for today. In case you have any questions regarding to this episode, regarding to this gimbal, just leave me down there in the comment section below. I'll be glad to answer. And also, I didn't mention in the beginning, you always ask me that. If I don't mention, then this video is not sponsored. So this video is not sponsored by anybody. I just got this gimbal to give my honest opinion, to test it, and to do this review. So everything that I said in this episode, it's completely my own unbiased opinion. Right, guys, have fun experiment and see you in my next fun episode. Bye bye.